Do you want to tuck in a little bit more this way? Alright, but I'm going to put a pause on this. Here you go, sir. Okay. Alright, you're good. We should be solid. You're in front.
Hi, Christian.
I mean, buenas noches.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
If you need something, just let us know.
Oh, don't worry, man.
Okay.
Está bien.
Good night.
Gracias. Buenas noches. Big, juicy grapes. Grapes. Damn, what the hell are you about to say? I'm gonna put a
Orange juice.
orange
I need
juice.
some orange juice.
Should have told me before the podcast started.
Oh, it's already starting? Like
Yeah,
already?
it already
like,
started.
oh, can we not?
It doesn't matter. I can edit it.
Okay.
I think we're all good. If the video doesn't come out, then F it, but we got the microphones.
Yep.
Get comfortable, Sierra.
Okay.
Take a breather. We're having a chill podcast. Maybe people don't even see this podcast. That's how chill it is.
Okay. I need to get into that mindset. Okay.
Get into that mindset that no one might ever watch this.
All right.
We don't even have to look at each other because we got the headphones on, so we're connected.
Okay.
People who have never done a podcast with headphones, which, kind of connect you, like, you don't even have to look at each other because, like, you could hear each other. It's like Sierra's pretty much in my brain. Isn't that kind of what it feels like?
A little bit.
Like, imagine if you always had these headphones plugged in and, like, I was always plugged, like, I had a mic in my mouth all the time. Wouldn't that be kind of weird but kind of cool? But, like, let's say if, like, this was just, like, a chip in your brain.
Oh, God.
So then now you could just make a, hey, brain, call, blah, 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 and then you're connected with them.
That's freaking...
that's pretty much the future.
You think so?
It's very much the near future. Depending as to what you consider to be near.
Maybe in like 30, 40 years, maybe? That's pretty
No, I would say a lot sooner than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you know who Elon Musk is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've already pretty much made a chip.
Oh,
they've made like samples of it. I'm not too sure that they've put it in the first human yet, but that's like within the next year.
But
At least that's what they've speculated.
But I don't want that.
You don't have to get it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, everybody has a car nowadays, but you don't have to have one.
Okay.
But eventually it's going to be like...
it's going to be like having an iPhone. Like you basically can't really like having a phone. You basically can't even like live your life without having a phone.
I mean, you could live your life, but you would just not be a part of this culture that we're in. Which is like almost most of the world. I mean, you can go back and there's still indigenous people that live in complete nature with no technology that are completely uncivilized. You can go back to that and the cell phone would actually be completely unnecessary to be within that culture. But it just depends, like, are you willing to give up everything to go to live with these people?
My family uses phones, so I have to.
So I mean, you don't have to, but you're likely to want to.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Although, what do you feel is some of the good and some of the bad of having a cell phone and like having that much power in your pocket? Like for you.
I think it's just like overstimulation, and it's like the bad thing is like, you have so much access to like everything. Mm-hmm. And oh shoot, I'm trying to pretend like this is not one. I'm getting nervous. I'm starting to overthink the question.
We're literally chilling on the couch talking between me and you.
I know.
There's nobody else here.
I know. Okay.
Oh, except my dad and his wife and my Don Pancho, who was just on the last podcast. Shout out. He's right next door. You're probably keeping him up. I'm just kidding.
I'm your biggest fan.
Just tell him he's right there.
I'm your biggest fan.
You have to say it in Spanish, though.
I'm just kidding.
So before the podcast, my dad was teaching Sierra how to speak Spanish, and he said, learn the vowels in Spanish before you actually, like make that the priority. So, just giving context.
Can anyone hear me?
A, E, O, U.
A, E, O, U.
You got it. You're pretty much certified bilingual at this point.
Oh, snap. I should have put that on my transcripts.
On your resume?
I meant my resume.
No, transcripts kind of make sense. Actually, I don't know.
I think your resume, actually.
Yeah, but fuck the resume.
You're right.
If they want to hire me, they fucking hire me.
Hey, if it's meant for me to be hired, I'll get hired.
Yeah. Like, you show up, you show your face, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like the kind of culture you guys got going on here. I kind of want to fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you show them like a big fucking smile. And then you
work
go
that
ahead.
Charm.
You go ahead and try to give them a handshake. And they're like, oh, fuck you,
Corona,
COVID,
right?
COVID.
Give me that elbow.
It's kind of funny. I'm at work, right? At the restaurant.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, I feel like to a certain, right? Because there's always has to be humor to dark moments, right? So, of course, Corona is like a serious thing because people are dying. But at the same time, it's like, there's always going to be some humor to it. So it's just like, and especially with kids because they're so innocent. So it's like, I'm at work. I work at the restaurant. And then there's like, I think it was like one of the adults at the table like coughed or something. And the little kid's like, COVID.
Oh.
It just sounds so fucking funny because it's just a little kid like on his fucking tablet.
Yes,
someone like coughs. She's like, COVID.
Oh, man.
It just sounds like pretty fucking cute, to be honest.
Oh.
Because it's just like, even the kids are just like, that's the interesting thing about this. Like, the kids are fully invested into it because they pretty much have to be.
It's shaping their childhood and their understanding of the world.
Yeah. And they still got a long life to go. So we'll see how COVID influences them.
Yeah. They're going to be like, oh, wait, never mind. We all lived through COVID. I'm sorry. I was a child through COVID.
Yeah. And on top of that, there's people that aren't born right now that maybe will never actually experience COVID the way that we have directly. And you could be one of the few people that says, I was alive when COVID happened.
2020 was the hardest year of my life.
Has it been?
I mean, it's been interesting. I got the 2020 vision now. I see things.
Oh, shit. What do you mean by that?
Like, I just feel like there's so many things that are coming to my attention in this year. I'm just like, damn.
Like what?
Just about myself and I guess about politics. Because I honestly didn't really know how like the electoral college worked until I was like, I started to become obsessed with like looking at it and talking with it with my grandparents and stuff. So there's that. And just like, with my family. Oh yeah, with my family, just realizing, seeing them every day when I wasn't used to seeing them.
Because you moved back with your parents during COVID, right?
Yeah.
So if you say, in a way, there's been some upside to COVID, the COVID experience? Yeah,
I've gotten at this. It's like at the same time I'm learning about my family, I've gotten closer to them because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially my sister, because me and my sister were talking and we didn't even talk to each other throughout high school.
You talking about your oldest sister or your...
No, my second oldest sister.
The one that's 2 years older than you?
Well, she's like almost 2 years, yeah.
Okay.
We didn't even talk through high school. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. We just never called each other.
Oh, you guys didn't live together?
No, like she lived with my dad and I lived with my mom.
Oh, okay. So it's almost as if like you're rekindling like that relationship, or maybe not rekindling it, but
honestly beginning
you're putting you fucking put gas on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That flame's starting to get bigger.
Yeah. We're freaking dying of the flames because me and my sister feel like we're really getting close.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about your brother? I mean, this is your twin brother.
See, that's what I'm saying. See,
so you guys naturally just fucking vibe on some next level shit, huh?
I wouldn't say we vibe. I would say that I see a lot of myself in him. Like his, like we're both going through the same thing. Like, you know, I don't know. Like we're both going through the same thing. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like we're going through the same thing. We had a talk yesterday and I was like, yeah, it's our 20th birthday and we're both feeling the same way. It's got to be some telepathy or something.
Dude, I didn't tell you happy birthday.
Yeah, fuck you.
Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm. It's over now.
Happy late birthday.
All right, I'll accept it, but bitterly. I'm just kidding.
All right, this podcast is dedicated to your birthday.
No, but
everybody say happy birthday to Sierra. If you're listening to this and you're the only one in the car
and you're sick
or your phone, just say right now out loud, happy birthday, Sierra Boyd, and she will feel the love. She will feel the love. Dude, you know that what's kind of fucked up?
What?
Like, you're like the third or fourth person who's like a close friend of mine who I legit completely forgot it was their fucking birthday.
What's wrong with you? I'm just kidding.
Dude, it was on Amacio's birthday the other day.
Oh, hey, he's in November, baby. Or no,
yeah,
it's
November.
Cool.
What day is today? The 7th,
The
right?
7th.
See, I could have sworn your birthday was today.
Well, then how come you didn't fucking tell me until
Well, I could have told you right now if it still was. But your birthday was on the 2nd?
No.
The 5th?
It's today, the 7th.
It's today, right?
Yeah.
That's the hell I told you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is the 7th.
Then I'm telling you happy birthday right now. I'm not even late.
Technically, the high is gone for my birthday. Technically, it's like the morning time where it's just like, oh yeah, it's my birthday. And then now it's just like, all right, it's been my birthday.
You can't tell me you've done anything cooler today than this podcast.
I hung out with Avia today.
Yeah, but it doesn't play more.
Avia gave me the best birthday present I've ever gotten.
Really?
Yes.
What'd she give you?
She gave me the cutest thing she made. Can I show you a picture?
Yeah.
I had to take a picture of it because it was so, she wrote me a poem and she made it so like personalized and like she was so creative with it. And I was just like, wow, nobody's ever given me something like this. And then
Did
she gave
read
me,
it to you?
Yeah, I made her read it to me.
Oh.
But okay, here it is. First there's the first cover.
What the hell?
And it's supposed to be a 40, I think it's a 42, because I have a record that my teacher gave me in high school of Stevie Wonder. And
so
remember I sent you a picture a long time ago. Yeah. And that's supposed to be like the record that I got in high school of Stevie Wonder, because Stevie Wonder's one of my favorite artists. And then that's the front part, right? And then when you open it up, oh wait, that's the back part, and like all the it's honestly nothing but like that's all the things we pretty much like not have in common, but just things that we talk about pretty much. I don't know, but it makes sense to me what it is.
Wait, sorry. So this front part, can I show it to the camera real quick?
Oh yeah.
Right,
Avia, shout out to Avia.
Just because we're recording this, I don't want to like. I feel like it's me and you, but then there's like I feel like there's people here too. So that's what it looks like. And then this is the next one. Okay. I don't even know how that's
I know. Are they
going to
even see it?
So you said this was because of Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, because I have a record for Stevie Wonder that
And this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
But she just put Sierra Boyd instead of Stevie Wonder?
Yeah. But she has the same record label that has, it's like the same thing.
Okay, so the style of everything's like Stevie Wonder, but then she put different words.
And it's supposed to be like I feel like she was trying to put like the soundtrack of my life, like my I don't know, something like that. But I was like, oh, that is just the sweetest thing.
I was produced by
Sierra Boyd.
No, it's produced something.
Motown. It says Motown.
It doesn't say Motown.
That says Motown.
Right here, next to produced.
Oh.
Right there.
Produced and arranged by
Sierra Boyd. That's pretty hard.
Right?
That's pretty thoughtful.
Right? And then she wrote me a poem.
Yeah, and she put a picture of you?
Yeah, I was like, wow, Avia.
This is like
that is the cutest thing.
This is like the craziest thing I've seen.
And it was so nice of her. And then I've been asking her to draw me because she doodles and stuff like that. And then when you lift the picture up, it's a picture of me. Oh, it's kind of like me, but like I was like, oh. And then she has her own little label that she's gonna start and stuff, and she put it right. I was like,
Dude,
oh my
that's badass,
gosh.
actually.
So I was like, and then she gave me a CD of Stevie Wonder, and then she got me a photo album because she knows I'm gonna start really like taking pictures and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is the sweetest thing anybody's ever given to me.
This is pretty crazy.
Right?
Like, she definitely took a lot of time to do this.
Yep.
Time, thought, energy, love. Are these
It made me want to cry.
Are these is that a hair pick?
Oh yeah, those
Your
are my
earring?
earrings.
Because you have some like that, right?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Happy birthday. You're 20 years old today.
Yep, sure am.
What would it be, a fifth of a century?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 20 out of 100, it's a fifth.
Yeah, fifth of a century. 2 decades.
Two decades.
2 decades.
How long do you project yourself to live? If you had to make a wild guess.
I'd say I have 60 more years.
60, so you're gonna live to 80?
Yep.
So that means you get to do this whole thing, like literally, because you're exactly 20 years old today. You're gonna be able to do it, 3 more times. Right? Because you've already done your first set of 20.
Oh, so you're talking about in sets?
Yeah, like you got 3 sets more. Like 3 more sets.
Ooh, I don't like the way that... I don't know why it seems like it's short now when you say 3 sets. I don't know why. It feels like it's short.
Well, it's like, imagine a basketball game. You've only gone through the first quarter. It's pretty early.
Oh, yeah. I guess the first quarter, yeah.
The first quarter, like, no one's even,
bad.
like...
Nobody even comes to the game.
No one's tripping yet.
Everybody comes to the game around, like, third quarter.
Yeah, at least halftime.
Uh-huh.
Like, you're not even at halftime.
Shoot. You're right.
Not even close to halftime.
Halftime is like 40, right?
Halftime's 40. You're not even at the halftime.
I feel 40.
Why?
I don't know. I just always say that.
You're just like, I feel 40.
Yeah. I feel 40.
What feels 40? Like your fucking lower back's hurting or what?
Honestly, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That guy messed me up.
What messed you up?
My car accident.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you never told me about that, how that went down. The guy rear-ended you?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, we were, like, slowing down, and then all of a sudden, like, you know how when you're slowing down, you're about to stop because there's traffic, and then he just, and I went, like, it's funny, I was in class, too, and it was like...
Oh, wait. You were in class?
I was in class on my phone.
Oh, my God.
I was on my way home.
Oh, so you were driving home from, like, Pomona area, right?
Yeah.
And then you were at traffic.
Yeah.
So the traffic wasn't moving.
Yeah, we came to about a stop, and this guy probably was on his phone, and then he just slammed right into me.
But weren't you on your phone too?
No, I had my phone down, like sitting down, but I was just listening because I got like the Bluetooth connected.
Oh, so literally you just had the audio pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But you were by yourself though, right?
Yeah, thank God. And another thing is like my license expires today, so I'm glad that happened before, because then it wouldn't really be. I'd be driving illegally, basically.
You'd be locked up.
Yeah. I don't want to spend my freaking 20th birthday in jail.
Although that'd be kind of a cool memory.
Oh, yeah. I got thugged out, and I don't know what I'm saying.
You want to know what I did on my 20th birthday?
I spent it in jail.
I was locked up.
That's going to be like my story. You know how parents have their story for their kids? Like, oh, yeah, when I was your age. And when they turn 20, I'll be like, yeah, when I was your age, I was in jail for my 20th birthday.
That'd be kind of hard, honestly. Because if you think about it, like, when people tell, like, stories like that of some crazy shit that's kind of, like, unbelievable, because it's just so, like, absurd or, like, unique, like, it kind of, like, really just kind of, like, you just feel like, holy fuck. Like, it just kind of sharpens you. Like, you just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because usually, day-to-day shit, it's kind of like... it's kind of like the ordinary routine, but like when somebody, going to jail, that sounds kind of like a cool thing.
It's like
the other day when I got pulled over for the first time by a police officer.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
It was by a motorcycle police.
Oh.
And like he pulled me over because literally I'm driving, just, following all the rules. And then my dad calls me, and I already knew why he was calling me. Like, I already knew why my dad was calling me, so I wasn't even gonna pick up. I was like, I know why the fuck you're calling. I'm just gonna take care of what I'm doing for you, and I'm not gonna pick up because I'm driving. But then, like, I'm just like, I'll pick it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll pick up my dad's phone call. And then all of a sudden, literally within seconds, the fucking lights behind me.
Damn.
And then the guy, like, whatever, tells me whatever. And then he's just like, all right, you got to sign here, pretty much saying that you're going to appear at court.
Shoot.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
And then I was just like, what if I don't sign this?
Oh my gosh, you asked him that? Oh my gosh.
No, because I was like actually curious. It wasn't like, yo, I'm not going to sign this. It was just like, what happens if I don't sign this? And then he's like, well,
you're under arrest.
No, he was like, I'm going to have to take you
downtown.
I don't know if he said downtown, but he was going to have to like take me in.
Whoa.
Which I was like, damn, like low key, it sounds kind of fun. Like it sounds kind of like it'd be an interesting experience. Like, yo, like I know what it feels like to be in the back of the cop car.
I do.
Like, you do?
Mm-hmm. But that's a really long story.
That's a long story, right? Yeah, I'm just kind of dicking around, but at the same time, I'm serious just because I'm, like, I just like to do really weird shit, Like, just do some shit just for the fact that it seems more imaginary than actual reality. So, like, let me do it just to show myself that I can make an idea or a dream into, like, something fucking for real. Like, when, like, you see something and you're just super scared to do it, and like you probably would never do it, but you just summon the guts to do it, and then you're like, holy fuck, I just did that shit.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just gives you more confidence to be like, yo, like I could pretty much do whatever I want. Like, legit, if we want to, we could go on my computer right now, like look for a flight to fucking Tokyo and be in Tokyo next week. Like, you probably have a few $100 to get a ticket there, right? Like, just being for real.
Yeah.
I got a few $100 to buy a ticket to Tokyo. Can we technically go on the computer right now, even while recording this podcast, buy tickets be in Tokyo next week?
Are they accepting people from the United States?
I don't know, but let's just
okay, yeah, we can
place.
then.
There's a cool place in the world right now where you can buy a ticket to and fly there.
I'd go.
So you want me to go get the laptop?
Of course. Why are you still sitting?
Well, I was just making this as a hypothetical. I'm not going to go and do that.
I know. But, I can't even leave.
But just the sheer fact that we can do that if we really wanted to, like, it's just kind of mind-blowing. I can make decisions on the spot, and my whole life could be like that.
Yeah, your whole life.
Like, my vision could be there, like, within a week. Like, when I decided to move to my mom's house, it was literally within a day. And like by the next week, I was already back at my mom's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it was just like I decided, and then like it was it. Just made a few contacts, borrowed a truck, and then boom, like I'm back. But before, like the idea of moving to my mom's house had this like whole negative connotation of like, I feel like, I don't know if it's in the movies or how the fuck this shit got put into my brain, but it's kind of like, this idea of like, oh, you're going back.
Oh, yeah.
You're taking 2 steps back.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go live with your mom. Like, but for me, I just felt it in my heart. Like, I wanted to be close with family, especially because of the pandemic. And it wasn't even like a real conscious thought. It was just like a feeling. But turns out the feeling, feelings never, your own feelings always take you in the right direction. Like that. Hey, that intuition, that gut.
There's a song, she said, I think it's, the truth by the way you feel, the truth. Yeah, the truth by the way you feel, something like that. And I was like, that's true. That? India.Arie.
Who?
Her name's India.Arie.
Have I listened to a song by her?
No, probably not.
Why haven't you sent the song yet? Come on.
Because I didn't think it was something that you would like.
You for real?
Yeah.
Disappointed. I'm just kidding.
The songs I send to you are hand-picked. Hand-picked.
Why not toe-picked? I like toes better. So it's Sierra.
Yes.
What makes you happy?
What makes me happy?
What makes you happy? You're wearing a yellow shirt too, so like you got that. Like you might as well have a fucking smiley face on your like that jacket.
Yeah, I guess so. That's why I like yellow.
Makes you happy?
Yeah. It energizes me. Excites the senses.
So the color yellow makes you happy?
Yes.
What else?
I feel like I really enjoy the little things. Like when I drive home, there's these birds that always sit on this what is it, a wire or something, and they always make me laugh because I'm just like, you guys just sit around all day. How come I always see you? And
that's true.
Yeah, I'm just like, can't you guys fly anywhere? Like, why are you guys still sitting here?
No, but like the sheer fact that they could just chill there. They're just chilling.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, what are they talking about? Like, what do they like? How do they? You know, It's funny. Yeah. My nephew makes me really happy. Yeah, making him laugh. He's really cute. Right? He's really cute. Yeah. He's really like, it's crazy to see somebody grow. I'm finally, like, the only other person that I've seen grow up, but not from a baby, is my best friend's brothers. And now they're like freaking tall, and their voice, I see her. I'm just like, what the heck? I knew you guys when you guys are in like elementary school. So, but
how old are they?
They're like, I think one. I don't know. How old are you when you're in 10th grade?
Probably like 15, right?
Yeah, one of them's 15. One of them's about to be in high school, and then one of them's about to be like an 8th grader. And I'm just like, wow, you guys got so big. And
so
like,
you knew them like when they were babies?
Yeah, not like babies, but like you know, elementary school kind of. Yeah,
they were like 5-6 years younger at least.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just crazy to see them grow up, and then now I'm seeing my nephew grow up, and it's just crazy because I remember when the only way to get him to go to sleep was to swallow him and just rock him to sleep, and now it's just like he falls where he drops. I mean, like where, you know, like
he just falls asleep wherever,
and it's like, you know, you see this little human that's just like doesn't have any freaking like motor skills or nothing. They're just sitting there. I can't do nothing, can't communicate. And now he's like, Auntie, when it calls me E.T., he's like, E.T., E.T., E.T. So it's just crazy. And I'm just wondering, like, you know, how my relationship with him is going to grow. So that makes me happy. And food makes me happy. I'm really getting into food. Let's see what's in this trail mix. Oh, I see cranberries. I'll eat some.
Tell the audience what's inside the trail mix.
There's yellow, and I'm just kidding. There's is it raisins and cranberries, and I don't see any nuts in here. What kind of trail mix is this?
Well, you could either.
This is an abomination.
You could either try to tell them what's inside by looking inside, or actually just read the label. But whatever you want.
Papaya chips.
It's a pretty long list, huh?
Yeah.
It's like 30.
Oh, it's papaya. I just had fresh papaya.
Ooh.
Let me see if it tastes the same.
I got you too. You got some fresh acorn with that. You probably haven't had enough fiber today.
Wait, let me see if it tastes like how.
All right, so this is the part of the podcast where we got some. How do you call it? What's that one thing? DMSR.
ASMR.
Oh, ASMR. Come on,
oh yeah, here we go. Hey guys, today we're going to eat some
tropical trail mix. Made with tropical fruits
from great value, often found at Walmart, or I think just only Walmart because that's their brand.
Anyways. This podcast was sponsored by Walmart.
Here we go, guys. Here's the first crunch.
Oh god,
that's disgusting.
Shit sounds. I don't know. Maybe the people will like it though.
Ew.
Alright, now it's time for you to eat some of this.
What is it? Is it like one of those it starts with a P?
Dude, I have no idea what this is. It actually smells kind of good.
Is it laced?
I don't know. It feels kind of wet. I'm gonna take a bite. Thank you, universe, for the opportunity to eat this food.
Is it food?
This moment right here is a cultivation of a lot of serendipitous things, leading to me biting this thing, which I don't know the name of, which is possibly from the Dominican Republic.
Do you smell it?
Alright, let's see. Damn.
What is it? Is it like chili? Or
Just go ahead and try it.
oh, that is not what I thought it would taste like.
You can't go in with expectations. I feel like what the podcast we're having right now is legit like what Joe Rogan does. Like Joe Rogan literally just starts talking and they just talk shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
They occasionally get into the whole like health and all that shit. But a lot of times they're just fucking dicking around.
It's not really structured like the last time.
So I feel like there's like an element to like the style that we're doing right now, just fucking talking shit.
I'm sorry about that. Just like
But this is cool. I don't know if I'd want to do this style of podcast like every podcast though.
Yeah, it's a good little
sprinkle.
Yeah, a little sprinkle once in a while, you know.
So like every other week, Sierra comes on the podcast.
What's up, guys? Back at it. Oh, I should just have my own segment. Sierra's Saturdays or something.
Sierra Saturdays, just like a podcast every Saturday to talk shit with Sierra. So we've talked about how the color yellow makes you happy. The little things make you happy, including your nephew, including the birds that chill on top of signs.
And like, I love nature.
Nature?
Nature makes me so happy.
What's your coolest experience with nature?
Mammoth?
Mammoth? Like the animal?
No. No. They're extinct, aren't they?
To our knowledge.
I guess you're right. Yeah, mammoth was the greatest trips I've ever had.
How many times have you gone?
Like 3.
What? Was this like sponsored by school or something?
No, for high school. We would just always go.
That's what I said. By school.
Was it? It's not sponsored. When I think it's sponsored, it's paying me.
Well, I'm just saying like they provided the travel and all that.
Oh, well then yeah. It was my school.
Was it for cross country?
Mm-hmm.
How many times did you go?
3.
And tell me about the experience. Like what made it so awesome?
My favorite part was waking up super early in the morning and like it being really cold, but it's like fresh. It's like really fresh.
I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like what was the temperature?
I have no clue, but it was just really cold. So, I don't know.
Really?
It's just really, really
like
cold.
30? Like snowing?
No, it was the summertime when we would go.
So
but it was just
like
really
40s,
cold.
50s.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Like I've gone to fucking Big Bear during the summer.
Yeah.
And like we're from California, so like anything under like 50, you're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But like people from like other places, like
She's
bro,
like,
like I'm chilling in my short shorts on this type of weather.
This is bikini weather. Yeah, but
does it like when you're in the nature like that? Does it like kind of cleanse you, or what does it do for you?
I think it's going back to like the little things. Like I'm just looking at the trees, and I'm just looking at like how a lot of what I'm looking at is like older than me. Especially like I remember this one time I saw like this broken tree, or like this tree that fell down, and I was like, wow, I wonder how long that tree's been like there. And like I'm looking at the rocks, and I'm looking at like just like the birds and stuff, and it's just like, wow, like this is really like Mammoth is really the most beautiful place I think I've ever been. Especially like when we would go on our runs, like there's this one called Duck Lake, and it's so hard to get to the lake, but it's such a beautiful lake and it's worth it. And you have time to like, you know, just think. We didn't really bring our phones, so like, you know, you're just there. And yeah, and then after runs, go to Cripple Creek and it's a freezing creek, but it's really cool to like get like an ice bath or something. That used to be really one of my favorite things. And then eating afterwards. And that's why I love Mammoth. And yeah, like the dream. Huh?
So it was a combination of nature, combination of like just bonding with other humans, a combination of exercise because you would go there and train as well. Mm-hmm. Combination of stress, right?
Stress?
Stress in the sense that you would work out.
Oh, yeah.
You'd probably go in that freezing cold water and like the first few minutes you'd be like, oh, you know? So it's a combination of stress, nature, like a lot of beauty. Because there's beauty in discomfort, right? Because after you got out of that ice bath, how'd you feel?
It's easier to get back in.
It's
like the
easier
next
to go
day,
back in the next.
It's
so
just
you guys
like,
would
all
go
right, I
every
can
day?
handle it. Yeah, like we would go to Mammoth Rock, do runs there, and then there's like this little park, and I forgot where it leads to, but it leads to like there's somewhere where you could go to the creek. And,
but you would literally take an ice bath every day?
Okay, not every day, but like, every other day. Because we were only there for a week.
Oh, so you'd probably go 2 or 3 times in the week?
Mm-hmm.
There's something special about that. Like, because when I would go to Big Bear with the team, because for people who are listening, like, me and Sierra both ran cross-country track, and it's pretty common that you go somewhere during the summertime before cross-country season starts, and you basically do team bonding, and you also just run a lot of miles. And you could say it's kind of like altitude training, but not really, because you're only there for a week. Like, I don't know that it really helps your red blood cells in such a short period, but technically speaking, it is like another stressor, which kind of helps you. But yeah, I've always had good memories going up to Big Bear with the college team. Like, yeah, it's actually something, like, me thinking about it right now, like, it makes me miss it, because it's like you're really going up with a group of people. You all have like a similar objective, but it's so early in the process in terms of like the season that there really is no like stress. There's no like, oh my God, we have this race next week or anything like that. It's just like you're just up there, like really just having fun with your teammates and just like training, sleeping, eating, playing games, goofing around, going for walks,
adventures,
and then you go eat like pizza at night,
marshmallows.
But then like you're not going to bed super late, so it's like you're not up there to party per se, but it's just as fun, if not funner, than going somewhere to go party for a week. Like, I mean, for me, this is way funner than partying for a week,
for sure.
But it's like, there's something fucking cool about that.
Yeah, there's really something special. I don't even know. Like, it makes me feel like, warm and bubbly inside.
Even thinking
I'm just
about
like,
it, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm just like, wow. Like, I really wish I could go back and experience that one more time, because I don't think I cherished it the last time I was there. Like, I don't think I cherished it as like I should have, because I didn't know it was going to be so long that it's been like, I don't know, a long time since I've been
that was
out
like
there.
2017, the last time you went?
Yeah, probably so.
It's been like 3 years. Well, we'll just we'll start up a running club tomorrow. And,
running? I'm just kidding.
We'll start our own cross-country club out here, Lake Elsinore. And then by next week, we're already planning the trip to Mammoth.
And then we have to do 1,000 miles a week. And we're going to stay up there for like a month.
Do some blood doping too?
Blood doping?
Yeah.
What's that? Like,
you take out your blood, right? And then like you get a decent amount. And then like a couple months later, you put it back into your body.
Why would we need to do that?
So you have extra endurance. Duh.
Hold the endurance. I'm good.
You're like, my body is more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to be manipulating it.
Exactly. Yeah, I really
What would be the
miss it.
title? What would be the name of this podcast if this is legit? How every podcast works?
Off the Dome.
Off the Dome. That's a kind of good name. You should start your own podcast. And then I could be your guest, and then we meet here every week.
I feel like I wouldn't have enough to talk about.
Dude, there's an infinite amount of shit to talk about. Like, literally think about everything that happened to you today. If you were to just go on the mic and talk about everything that happened to you today, that's something new, and it's literally effortless because you're pretty much just talking about today. But you can talk about today in whatever way you want. You can talk about how when you woke up, your feet were fucking cold. So then, like, you were like, fuck, I'm gonna have to get up and get some fucking socks. But my fucking socks are on the bottom drawer and I don't want to fucking get that low right now because my fucking squat game sucks fucking ass. And fuck. And then you step, like, you get off your bed and your legs are sore as fuck. So you're like, fuck.
So I'm just going to be cussing on this. This is going to be fuck.
But you get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like, you could literally have a podcast where you talk about what the fuck happened to you today. Which you think nobody would actually give a fuck to listen to. But you'll be surprised by how much we have in relation. Like, even just the most fucking ordinary, normal shit. It's like people could find humor in you actually just talking about it. And then they could be like, damn, Sierra goes through the same fucking struggles that I go through. She was stressed as fuck when FAFSA didn't come through.
Yeah, I need my money. I don't think I'm built for it.
For what, podcasting?
Yeah, I just don't think that I can keep that up.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got their own thing.
Yeah, I think you definitely built for it.
Am I? Nah, I can just flex my bicep. Am I built for it? Am I built to grab this mic like this?
I meant mentally.
Oh, not physically? Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So how's the practicing your form? Good mechanics, your breathing. The subconscious.
Subconscious.
Yeah, let's talk about the subconscious,
right?
Let's talk about it with the listeners.
What do I say?
I don't know. How'd you feel reading the book, The Genie Within?
I didn't really get to finish that whole thing because, like, I will forever say, Christian told me this one time, and he was all like, "How can you?" I always get it wrong, but it was true. What did you say? How could you, like, take in new stuff when you haven't digested something like that? When you haven't, like.
Yeah, I think I said, like, because pretty much for the listeners, like, I read the book The Genie Within. I've done a fucking podcast called, what did I title it? I titled it, like, The Subconscious Mind, Happiness via the Subconscious Mind or something. So I've literally talked about the subconscious a lot on the podcast just because I learned about it and it literally, like, helped change my life in a very positive way. And when I had first, like, started reading this book, literally I told Sierra, like, yo, like, this book's literally, like, fucking changing my life. I was like, dude, this book's literally changing my fucking life. Like, you need to get the book. Like, you need to read the book.
No, at first you were all like, I'm going to give you the book.
Yeah, I think I told you I'm going to give you the book. But then I realized, I'm like, fuck, dude, like, I need to have, like, I was still reading the book, right? And I was, like, slowly reading it. So then it was like, I think a month later, you're like, yo, Christian, when the fuck you gonna get this book? And then I'm like, dude, it's literally like $7. Just buy it. And then eventually you finally bought it.
And it's crazy how I haven't finished it.
And on top of that, the book wasn't even mine. Like, it was my brother's.
Oh, yeah.
But.
I mean, it was a great book so far.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff did make sense. So, I mean, I wish that I would have, like, continued, but I'm probably gonna have to reread the whole thing because I think I only got to like half the book, so there's a lot missing from my potential knowledge. I don't know, but I mean, it was a cool book so far. That's I already said that.
What's the thing that you take away from what you read so far?
How like your brain is like a computer and there's like a certain stage in your life where it's like, man, I don't know how to describe it. It's like from like, I think 8 years old is like the cutoff or something like that. And like all of the kind of emotions that you man okay, I'm trying to think of how to, because I always think about this a lot when I think about like my behaviors now. I'm just like, well, okay, obviously something happened to me where like I've latched on to an emotion or whatever, and like that's the reason why I'm acting this way. So like something like that, right? Yeah, it was something like that. So
pretty much talking about how in your not adolescence, but like little, like when you're literally pretty much a baby till like 6, 7, right? Because like 7, 8, like your conscious mind starts to be developed. Like pretty much all the things that happen to you heavily influence your behaviors even as an adult.
Yeah.
So it's like something that you might be doing today might have been started when you were literally like 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like even stuff that's not that deep, like you calling your mom mommy or daddy. You know, everyone calls their mom or dad different, but you probably been calling them that shit since before you could even remember.
Yeah.
So it's like even that's an example of the subconscious. Like, you know, 25 years later, you're still calling your mom mommy, or I call my mom ma, I call my dad ba, and like that shit's probably never
or
gonna
oompa.
change. Yeah, exactly. How long have you been saying that shit? Probably since forever.
Yeah.
So that's just one example, but it could also be like a negative behavior, like, I don't know, like grinding your teeth.
Ooh.
Like maybe you started grinding your teeth when you were a little kid and then you still do it. Or like, and the weird thing is that you'll like, I've been noticing shit about myself more and more. I'm like, oh shit, like I do that, you know? And it's kind of interesting because then you think of it like, man, I've been doing this shit since I was a kid. And then it kind of like, it really kind of rewires the way you think about it, because then you don't feel so like guilty about like putting the blame on yourself and realizing that like all these other things around you influence you to be the way you are.
Oh, yeah. And another thing is like you have a better understanding of like other people. And it's just like, all right, well, something happened to them. That's why they're acting that way. So like, you know, I guess I shouldn't take it personal.
Yeah. I don't know, like I've even taken this about Trump, right? Because like Trump is like somebody who, you know, everyone's like he's super racist and he's super this and that. And to be honest, I've done very minimal research on Trump, but I've read enough and I've seen enough to know that he has said plenty of things that have hurt people's feelings, and that has, you know, he has discriminated against particular people and said certain things like that. But even somebody like Trump, and I'm just using him as an example because everybody knows Trump at this point, like even him, I could have empathy and understanding. Somebody who, let's just say, is a bully, somebody who, and I'm just making up a person at this point, like somebody who's a bully, somebody who's racist, somebody who's this, like the most bad of person, Hitler. Like you could still have an understanding for them. You know, let's say Donald Trump. Like he wasn't born like, yo, you know what? I want my name to be Donald Trump. I want to be born and have wealthy parents. And I want to, you know, be like, I don't know how old he was. I think one of his parents gave him like $1 million or something to help him start off. Like
a small loan.
Yeah, like what I'm trying to get at is that like if you were born as Donald Trump and you happen to have the same exact parents and you happen to have, you know, been in that particular place and time as that person, like would you have ended up any different than he is today? You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if someone else was born as myself, how different would you be from myself? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like...
So you're basically saying he doesn't know no better, basically.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, who knows how he ended up being the person he is today? Maybe it's like the people that were around him when he was a little kid.
Well, yeah, I think that's why this country's... Oh, let me not even. I'm sorry.
Oh, you want to say it? Go ahead.
No, I just want to say that, I mean, just with everything that's going on, there's still remnants of like, you know, the past, and that's because a lot of people are still being, you know, taught, like they're around that constantly, so that's their truth.
Yeah. But like I feel like once you come to that understanding of like, yo, like I could understand anybody, even like the worst of people who have so much hatred and like stuff like that. Like even when you can come to the point to understand them and not even hate them, like the people who put out hate, like I think it's super empowering and super beautiful, because then it's like, oh, like I don't need to judge anybody. Because how, like, what is the benefit of me telling you, like, you fucking suck or you're this or that? Like, it's not going to actually make the situation better. But if I take the opportunity to, like, oh, like, you were born and, like, these are how your parents were. And, like, oh, at this age, your parents got divorced. Your mom was doing drugs. And at that age is when someone in your family tried to kill you and try to do this. You know what I'm saying? Then it starts to paint the picture like, oh, that serial killer is just a product of all these extremely negative things that happened to this person since this person was a child. And then drugs got introduced. And the drugs were the only thing that kind of helped this person to feel some level of like being alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always a story. There's always a narrative behind like how a person ended up where they are. Mm-hmm. And I think having that kind of mentality, it just kind of liberates you from trying to judge other people. Like, I don't know, just have unconditional love for like everybody. Not to say that like, yo, like if you've really been making me feel like shit, and like you're like, let's say you're bullying me, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna unconditionally love you, so keep talking shit and I'm gonna keep going to your house. Like, no, like, because I gotta take care of myself. And plus, I think when you, like, in that process of possibly ignoring somebody or just not talking to them anymore, you can see that as, like, you saying fuck you to them or, like, not loving them. But maybe you taking care of yourself and not being associated with that negative vibe is actually what's best for them, too. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
I mean, you have a valid point. You definitely, it makes sense.
We're just talking shit at this point, Sierra.
Talking shit.
Talking shit. Tell it straight to the camera.
I honestly forgot that was there.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I'm in the frame. Is it too late to get out? Is it too late to be anonymous? Yep. How long's it been?
It's been 52 minutes. Should we cut it there?
I mean, I don't really care.
That's a good answer. I like that because that's exactly how I feel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're gonna cut it there.
Okay. Peace out, America.
Dude, I got fans from around the world.
All right, all around the globe.
No, it's not. They're not my fans. They're our fans.
Oh, so you're gonna add me on your podcast then? Then I'm gonna. It's
the art of human. Like, I just so.
No, I want my own segment or no deal.
You're gonna have to talk to Walmart. They're my prime sponsor. You're gonna have to go through them. No, but I'm guessing this podcast will get released. We'll see if Sierra wants me to. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. It's been a pretty sincere podcast. I've had some moments in here where maybe I was pretentious or something, but for the most part, I think we were just actually having fun. Yeah. I think it was quality. Huh? I was saying, I think it was quality. Quality. And whoever's listening, Sierra's been on the podcast before. This was like, what, 10 podcasts ago? Or maybe more. Like, I think like 15. Yeah, but I feel like this time it was I was more relaxed. No, you were a lot more relaxed. Yeah, because last time I was like, I don't know what to say. Last time you literally went like 10 feet from the microphone. Yeah. Yeah. Like literally we'd be talking and all of a sudden you're like pushed against the wall. Yeah. Like, yeah. But we out here.
In these streets. In the Elsinore streets.
No.
Oh.
The LE.
Ew.
You should have a fucking LE on your
Lay.
Le? That sounds kind of hard.
Like right. LBC. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, you're good. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, you guys. Hope you're having a beautiful day whenever you are tuning into this. There should be a video associated to this.
But my identity remains. I'm just kidding.
Just put a fuzz over your face.
Yeah, you should.
Like on TV when they didn't get permission for them to be on the
like
news.
On Cheaters or something.
Just fucking put the blur. Alright, I guess we're done, but it's like we're done, but we keep going.
Yeah.
Should we just keep teasing the audience like that?
Hey, I love a good tease. Come on, audience. So, how's that weather today? I'm scared.
Alright.
It's over.
I guess we're done.
Bye. Cool. I think that was pretty quality. Oh. It's still going on? Oh, why is it still... Okay, I'm going to shut up.
So you're going to press the square.
Oh, wait, what square? There's still... Oh, okay.
1, 2...